All right, another trip to the park with Miss Sage. And right when we get out, what you're always looking for is engagement of where do you want to go. If they're kind of running every which way, we're trying to get them back to me. If they want to be by us, then we would add value to that by paying her food. But engagement's always the name of the game. The whole idea would be you got 100 acres here to run wherever you want to. Where do you choose to be? And the closer it is to me, the better. And when she goes that way, I go this way. Sage. So there's a vibrate. Back to me. Food. That's how we start developing this little perimeter around us. Of anytime she's ever 30 feet away, we get her coming back towards us. Food. So if she gets more than 30 feet away, that's when you would press the vibration, walk the other way, and call her. And what that's going to do is just start developing a default perimeter of when I start getting that far away, she says, hey, get back here. The hey, get back here is the inner dialogue we're really trying to create with the dog of them saying, where do you think you're going? Because we want Sage to think, hey, he's a flight risk. He's trying to get away. And you also want her thinking, he's the gravy train. He's the most valuable thing in the world. I can't let him get away, and he's always trying to sneak off. This is the same strategy as the squirrel. The squirrel's not commanding the dog to be by it. The squirrel's not offering treats or anything. The squirrel's just always taking off, and the dog always chases after the squirrel. The dog never even gets the squirrel. The squirrel gets to the tree every time. So we want that same dynamic as the squirrel. There he goes. Take off after me. And I got food. So the squirrel doesn't even offer food. The squirrel gets to the tree every time. So it's like, well, if you chase after me, you do get food. Because the dog chases after the squirrel to fulfill the prey drive. So I'm trying to fulfill that same prey drive and fulfill a food drive. The prey drive, food drive combo. If you can start pairing yourself with the prey drive, food drive combo, you're going to start becoming really valuable. The more she's like, I just kind of want to be by you more than anything else, that's when we got her where we want her, and that's when it would start being, well, let's take her to new places. So tomorrow, I think is when we're going to start adding the leash to the park, because she's got the gist. We got the, where do you think you're going attitude. She'll do this lay down thing. Oh, there she comes. So I was about to vibrate. Then she comes running. That speed's what we're trying to get. So tomorrow's going to be, let's start adding a leash to this. But most of the park is going to be off leash. Of how do I just get you wanting to be by me? How do I pair speed and food with me? Get her at as many new parks and places as we can with her to say, well, I'm just always with you. And always kind of playing the same strategy I'm doing now. And then we'll start adding the leash in more as she gets better at the leash. So we're going to work on the leash tomorrow at the park. But then here pretty soon, probably this weekend or early next week, is going to be Home Depot. And that's where we really start teaching the leash. I add it on at the park and just do a couple simple drills. We're doing that in our basement too. Then we get to Home Depot, and that's where we really start working the heel. Then we start bringing that leash and the heel with us to downtown. And, oh, here's a nice little drive. Sage! There's a vibrate. Back to me. Food. That goose kind of kicked it off into a little bit of a drive there, so we got to train and drive a little. But, yeah, so add the leash, then Home Depot. Then we start really hit the ground running. We'll be everywhere with the leash. But it all starts with here at the park of, does she even want to be by me? And this is the ground, the foundation that we lay.